We have breaking development in the Protect Illinois Communities Act registration, which, as a reminder, of course, the looming deadline of December 31st. Registration opened in October, and my understanding is that virtually no one has decided to register anything, which comes as no surprise to me as somebody who's getting flooded with phone calls, being just north of the Cheddar Wall from Illinois up here in Wisconsin. But I have got good news. At least when it comes to the AR-15 component, there may be an opportunity for you to keep your weapon without permanently destroying it, disabling it, or shipping it to friends out of state. What am I talking about? We're going to get through this really quickly to help my friends south of the Cheddar Wall. Let's get into it. Okay, so the Protect Illinois Communities Act, of course, focuses on so-called, among other things, assault weapons, to use the language of the citizen disarmament enthusiasts. And specifically, they've got this whole long laundry list of what constitutes an assault weapon, and they call it a whole bunch of different weapons by specific name and type and brand and all that kind of stuff. But they also have a lengthy list of features, which, in looking at it, it's virtually impossible to get around all that. Of course, that's the way they designed it. But there's always that one chink in the armor. And it looks like a fantastic man down in Chicago area may have found it. Talking about inventor and firearm store owner Rob Beavis, famously of the Beavers versus Naperville and all this other kind of stuff, who has been among the folks leading the charge fighting against the Protect Illinois Communities Act, who's come up with an attack on the specific portion of the statute that basically says everything must be a semi-automatic rifle to start. Again, I'm painting in broad strokes here, folks. Yes, basically every 50 cal, for instance, but I'm specifically focused on semi-automatic. For those of you who watch CNN, we're talking about full semi-automatics, but for the rest of us, semi-automatics. Semi-automatic means, of course, one shot equals spent shell casing gets ejected, automatic reload. He said, what if I basically just have something that converts a semi-automatic into a bolt action? He got the opinion of an attorney, and you can read that memorandum at his website that I'll be providing linked for in the description box as well as the pinned comment below. And that attorney said, yeah, this seems like a lawful workaround. So what he basically did is he took the direct impingement gas system, the AR-15, and shut it off by creating a new bolt with new gas and all that kind of stuff. And the gist to it is now, instead of just continuously being able to fire an AR-15 one shot, one shot, one shot, one shot in full semi-automatic mode, now you can basically shoot, charge the handle, shoot, charge the handle. That's what you can do now. Why is this relevant? Because basically this could be a complete end around the Protect Illinois Communities Act that allows you to keep your AR-15s legally without registering them. The hiccup is this. Number one, you're now stuck with a temporarily modified AR-15 into a bolt action configuration. It takes only a moment for you to do it. Of course, you just pop open the up and receiver, take out your bolt carrier group, swap the bolt. I'm sure you can find videos for this on YouTube. Only takes a moment. It's non-permanent. God willing, when this law gets struck down in the imminent future, you can go out, repurchase, repossess a regular AR-15 bolt, swap it back in there. It's like hopefully nothing ever happened for you. But again, this would basically be an end around the law. Such a bolt is sold. Of course, he has been working on it, has invented it. You can purchase it at the link found in both the description box as well as down in the pinned comment field below. I have no relation to Mr. Beavis. This is not an affiliate upcharge. I'm making $0 on this. I'm trying to do this as a public service announcement. For those folks south of the Cheddar Wall who are trying to figure out their options, you can also contact his store directly to order at 630-317-7155. So be sure to check that out. Now, as an important note, you may need to dispossess yourself of your regular AR-15 bolts. Otherwise, you could be in violation of the law. Keep in mind, violation of the law, to specifically include here failure to register, could be a misdemeanor on the first offense, Class A misdemeanor under Illinois Code, but it escalates on a second or subsequent offense to a Class 3 felony. That subjects you to upwards of 5 years in prison and is, as I understand it, lumped in the same category in Illinois as reckless homicide, aggravated battery, and all sorts of other things. So I know that supplies are unlimited, supplies are going fast, so if you're south of the Cheddar Wall, this seems like a fantastic option right now. It's not particularly expensive to go out and be able to hang on to your weapon, make sure it doesn't get destroyed, doesn't get confiscated. You're not risking, frankly, going to jail or prison and felony convictions on your record to be able to wait out the siege that I know that you're all under down there. Should you have to do this? Absolutely not. I'm not in favor of this as being some sort of great, like, oh, isn't this wonderful? We can do this. This is trying to make the best out of a bad situation. And this is just lipstick on a pig in essence. I get that. I also want to throw out there that credit for breaking this goes to Washington Gun Law, who posted this on Sunday afternoon with his interview with Rob Beavis. What I basically just gave you is the couple-minute version of about a 20-minute video, but kudos to them for breaking that. And lastly, I also just need to mention the fact that I'm not an Illinois law attorney. Nothing I'm saying here is Illinois legal advice, but if you do want to read the legal memorandum of an Illinois law attorney who did specifically look into that, it's also found at the link in the description box and pinned comment below. So be sure to check all that out. I know that the December 31st registration deadline is just around the corner. This is no one's idea of a good time, but hey, at least for those folks who are in possession of AR-15s, this is some help. Although Rob Beavis did say that he is working on other popular so-called assault weapon variants to see if there's ways that he can, in essence, convert those from a semi-automatic rifle to some sort of also bolt action or non-semi-automatic rifle as well. I hope this helps you guys out there down south. I look forward to seeing your comments. Be sure to click like to support the Second Amendment, as well as if you like this kind of breaking content. Also, please be sure to thank Derek, my brave video producer, who rearranged his schedule. We were not supposed to be shooting a video this morning, but I wanted to get this out there stat for all of you. So be sure he's giving me the thumbs up behind the camera to show his support in the comment field. I look forward to joining you all in the discussion. I'll see you on the next video, but first, our quote of the day comes from Roman philosopher Musonius. Musonius wrote, "For philosophy doesn't consist in outward display, but in taking heed to what is needed and being mindful of it." Thanks for sticking around this long, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this one, please feel free to check out some of our other great content, and we'll see you in the next one.